What do you do when you are playing against a player that decides to use a specific tactic, that tactic of slicing forehands, playing down the middle, and being ultra consistent? Those are the types of tactics that can really frustrate you because you end up being the player that makes errors. Well, in today's lesson, I'm going to show you one powerful strategy that can help you beat that tactic, that can help you break down that player who decides to play ultra consistent and use that slice forehand. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. Welcome to this lesson today. I am so excited to bring it to you because, well, we all struggle playing against players that decide to use this specific tactic of slicing the ball, playing through the middle, and just deciding to cut back their unforced errors. And now you're the one doing all the work. Well, I want to show you a strategy, a really cool strategy that can be successful for you as well. Now, to give you a little context, I saw this video posted in a Facebook group a couple weeks ago at the time of this video, and it basically went viral. People were commenting left and right how to play against a player that utilizes this particular tactic of slicing balls, playing consistently. And I saw the thread and I saw all the comments, and I actually made a comment because this particular player was using a tactic that reminded me of someone who I played on the tour, Gianluca Pozzi. Now, maybe that's not a household name to you, but I believe Mr. Pozzi got to top 50 in the world, and I played him twice on the tour. I actually beat him twice, and he had a very unorthodox style when I played against him. The tactics that he liked to use, he played flat, he played with slice, he didn't overhit, and so I want to cover that tactic today. Now, Tennis Troll is a popular YouTube channel. I want to thank Tennis Troll for providing this footage for me because he's playing matches against different opponents and posting it on the internet, and people are commenting left and right. I thought I would comment today and give you a tip that can help you beat a player that utilizes this tactic. Okay, enough talking. Let's get into this particular strategy that I want to show you today. All right, so here's what we're looking at. We've got the player with the green shirt on the near side. He's a lefty like me. And like I said, he reminds me a little bit of Gianluca Pozzi. He makes his first serve. He decides to go with a slice forehand. You see that? He goes with a slice backhand. And then his opponent with the orange shirt hits a great winner down the line. Now, this is actually a wonderful tactic to utilize against a player that decides to play consistent tennis, that decides to play through the middle of the court and almost wait for you to make the errors. Now, there are different ways to combat this tactic, but the one that I want to point out here is this idea of playing down the line. So the first return goes down the middle of the court. That's great. We'd like to see some more depth on this return. Okay, the ball lands just past the service line. We'd like to see more depth there. Now, this slice goes down the middle of the court. So what I like here is I like how the player in the orange shirt goes with a slice almost inside out. So down the line, slightly inside out to make the opponent move off the court. And now his opponent, the player that's playing consistently, that's going with using a lot of slice, he has a choice to make. He can either play that ball back down the line or he can play it cross court. Now, if he plays this ball down the line, then the player in the orange shirt on the far side can run over and angle him. If the player in the green shirt plays the ball cross court, then the player in the orange shirt also has the option to play down the line and run him. So what I want you to pay attention to is from this middle ball right here, instead of playing it back through the middle, which you can do, there's nothing wrong with it, and instead of playing it cross court to maybe open up some angles for the player with the green shirt, this player goes with that inside out slice off the court. Excellent shot selection after the return. Remember, the return went down the middle, but this first ball goes down the line inside out, and this is what I call the setup down the line shot. It's forcing your opponent, the opponent with the green shirt, to make a choice here. Do I go down the line or do I go cross court? So actually, playing down the line early in the point can give you the advantage. It can give you that one-shot advantage. You can play one step ahead. I call it playing proactive tennis. Now let's see what happens here. The green shirt player goes cross court with a nice deep slice. And we're going to talk about what he could do better there next time. But he goes down the line. He goes cross court. It lands just past the service line. And now the player on the far side can rip it down the line for a winner. Look at that shot. Now, I want to break down a couple more things, a couple nuances for you to notice. So the first thing is this ultimate setup shot was excellent. Now, if you're the player with the green shirt and you are running off the court dealing with a low slice, you have a decision to make. When you're playing at higher levels, you've got to thread the needle and rip this down the line or hit a heavy slice down the line, or you've got to hit a great angle, a ball that bounces and goes off the single sideline before it crosses the baseline. And this was the mistake that the player in the green shirt made. That ball right there, yes, it's crossing over the single sideline, but it wasn't hit with enough stick, if you will. You see how this ball floats? So he's basically floating it back cross court. See how it crosses the net? I don't know if he meant to cross the net that high, if he meant to clear the net by 4 feet there, but that's too high. He's probably trying to buy himself time. But against a player with a good forehand, I don't know if it's great, but a good forehand, that's trouble. So his option here, he's got a couple of options. He's off the court, he can just go for a winner down the line, low percentage shot. That's what my father used to tell me to do. Listen, if you're off the sideline, you've got to go for it. Okay, so you rip it down the line. That's one option. Option number two is a low slice that really skids and goes off that single sideline and makes the opponent run more. Okay, the third option is to go to what I call the ad cage. Now, I learned this term, ad cage, from Sterling Strother. He's got great stuff, The Art of Winning Tennis. Great stuff on strategy. He calls it the ad cage. Now, the ad cage is basically playing to this area right here, the ad cage, the middle part of the court on the ad side. Because if you play that ball deep through the cage, then you're taking away angle and you're making them hit a backhand with no angle. This is dangerous, hitting a floating slice cross court to the opponent right here who has a good forehand. So, another thing I want to point out is if you can see on the far side, I know the gentleman on the far side with the orange shirt is pretty small over there. But as he moves over this ball, he takes a lot of steps to get there and he steps in. Generally, I don't like to see a player step across their body when they're hitting it from the single sideline here. I like to see the player come out of the split step and take one big step and load the outside leg and hit an open stance forehand. Now, he makes this ball because he has time. But if the ball was really skidding and coming fast, I feel like he would have been rushed on this ball. I do like how he squares up afterwards. I think he could have squared up a little bit better. He comes off the ground a little bit, but he made it work for him. I'd like to see him work on his open stance footwork on that particular ball. So now, I said a lot. Listen, I said a lot in this video, so I want to summarize this again. You're playing someone who decides to play consistently on a particular point. They decide to slice their forehand down the middle. You can slice the ball inside out and down the line to pull him off the court. This was the setup shot. Now, he has a choice. He either goes down the line or cross court. Regardless of what he does, if he doesn't hit a great shot, you can run him on the next ball. That's why this setup shot is so effective, to be able to go down the line with the backhand and then down the line with the forehand. I call this the down the line combo. Playing down the line early in the point is absolutely critical to your success. Now, I know I pointed out some other things in here, the different options on where he could have gone, the different footwork that could have been used here, but the key strategy I want you to take away from this video when you play someone who's slicing, who's playing through the middle, is you are going to play down the line, you're going to get them off the court. If you can slice it inside out, that's great. And then you're going to play the next ball down the line and get them on the string, running side to side. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast making it. Thank you so much, Tennis Troll, for sharing this file with me. And it's been a blast because I am getting players that are reaching out. How do I play players that use this specific tactic of slicing a lot and playing consistent? And this is one powerful strategy. There are many more, but I wanted to share one with you today. If you enjoyed this video and you got a lot of value out of it, make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment or a question below, and I've got a free gift for you. If you click the link below or somewhere in this video, you can get access to 21 free lessons inside our free membership at Tennis Evolution. If you really want to accelerate your learning, learn better strategies, learn better footwork, get your technique dialed in, your mindset, your injury prevention, you're in the right place. So click the link below or somewhere in this video to get a free membership, 21 lessons, no credit card required, and I'll see you at the next lesson. Jeff Salzenstein, right here and over and out.